萨洛蒙一个原本打性能的专业户外品牌，怎么就成为了全球潮流了呢？2024年，萨洛蒙全球收入超18亿美元，同比接近增长10%，光鞋类产品销售额就突破了10亿美元。在中国市场，它也迅猛扩张，从2019年仅有10几家门店，到今天在大中华区的门店总数已经有200多家。几年前，萨洛蒙从小众专业运动者的心头好，逐渐走入大众圈层，今天更是摇身一变，成为了年轻人一脚踏入潮流圈的门票。从伦敦到东京，从巴黎时装周走秀到小红书热搜，熬夜排队已经不稀奇，很多联名款甚至要发动10几个亲朋好友一起抽签，你也不一定拥有。但更让我震惊的是，这还不影响他在专业圈里的地位。越野跑、滑雪，每一项运动的顶级赛事选手身上，你都能看到萨洛蒙的身影。这就让我很好奇，萨洛蒙一个原本打性能的专业户外品牌，怎么就成为了全球潮流了呢？今天我就直接来到了萨洛蒙概念店的开业仪式现场，准备和他们的总裁兼全球首席执行官 CEO Guillaume 聊一聊。You wanna say hi to the audience?
Hello, I'm Guillaume Meyzenq. I'm the president and CEO of Salomon.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll present you a new friend of mine, the global CEO and president of Salomon, Guillaume. So I read a lot about your story from YouTube. I know you married to a ski instructor and is a father of ski athletes' children. That's awesome. Are you also an outdoor lover?
Yes, of course. I was growing in the Alps, close to the mountain, and it was always like skiing a lot in the winter and waiting for snow in the summer. But of course, you know, I'm really truly passionate in the mountain. In the summer, I try to take the most of the mountain with hiking and running.
Is that actually why you guys started as a ski gear professional company and then switched also to mountain hiking?
I think that what defines Salomon is the progression, is the fact that we hate the statu quo. We always go and observe the community, and we always want to make next generation gear for the sport.
That's amazing. I really hate the status quo as well. So when you started as an intern, did you ever imagine like your career path would be finally a global CEO of Salomon?
No, of course. So like I was 22 years old, and Salomon was really kind of a dream job for me as a teenager, because always coming with very unique design, always coming with kind of proposition in terms of ski, in terms of equipment, which were very advanced and very progressive in the sport. So as I explained, the sport is always evolving, and a brand which is able to capture what's going to be next is always very impressive when you are practicing sport. What the envision I had at the beginning was making sure that I will first be hired, so qualified, and you know, it has never been a plan from my career. It was more like step by step, and then step by step you discover that you can reach another level in your career, and then finally at the end you say, why not? I think that the management was certainly looking at me as a good entrepreneur, taking some risks.
So you love challenges.
Yes.
I guess China would be one of the most complex challenges, right?
I don't consider that you have simple and complex challenges. You have always challenging. It's more a question of how you audit. I think China is a big challenge, for sure, especially when you are kind of a mid-sized outdoor company and you want to become a big worldwide player. And of course, it's a large market.
I'm so curious, what do you think is the key driver behind this rapid growth in China?
I think that people are living in the city in a completely different mindset and way than 10 years ago. Now you can rent a bike. Your electronic device tells you how many steps you have been doing during the day and telling you that you have to do 10,000 steps and so on. And this transition in terms of behavior creates also that outdoor gear are certainly very relevant for them. So we have this big transition, and this is where Salomon starts to resonate in the urban community worldwide. So this is, I would call it the moment from Salomon. And the second one is what we have been able to translate into the Chinese market. We have been able to very fast starting to open some stores, so create the connection with the consumer, observe the consumer, see what type of formula could fit for the Chinese consumer without developing maybe a different product. And this is why suddenly China is going very fast. And I would say it's a start.
So this is actually happening globally, right? Worldwide.
Yes.
That's amazing, yeah. Actually, before COVID, I'm really a stay home girl. But after COVID, I really want to go camping, outdoor. That's really a key milestone of mindset change.
The good thing is we adapt to China's market, but also we learn from China and how we can implement it outside of China. For example, in Paris, you can see some media, but we never go as deep as China is doing by, from this campaign, how you activate with sometimes influencer or community events, and these community events are back to the
store,
digital, back to the store, but also back to digital.
Yeah, that's so amazing. You make me actually very proud. I noticed this first floor is very dark.
Yes.
And then the second floor becomes bright. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but it's also, it's funny because I don't know the purpose, but my feeling was a little bit kind of elevation. So I'm living in a place where you have a mountain, and it was looking like the star becoming brighter and brighter on the top. Was a bit looking like when you go to the mountain and you get closer to the sun, you get closer to different color and so on. So it's funny because this is really what I felt when I was coming first time in the store.
Oh, sounds about right. Like different level of elevation. Beautiful. I was looking at this retail store. It really amazed me. It's so different. And also on Anfu Road, because it's like the most chic street of Shanghai. So in terms of retail space, what's your take?
This store is coming from a global observation we have been making. In Paris, we have 5 stores. One which is close to La Madeleine, which is where you have the big department store, which is, everybody knows Champs-Élysées, but it's a little bit more kind of a big showcase of the brand. And we have a small one in Le Marais. I would compare Le Marais with Anfu Road. Like, it's a bit chic, it's a little bit about fashion, and this is where we try to also connect with this young community, young consumer, having new activation. From this store and this learning, we believe that there is some specific location in some cities and key cities. We can have a different type of expression for the brand.
Yeah, I really like this story. So one of the most amazing things about Salomon is it started as such a technical, professional mountain sports brand, but then today it's also an urban lifestyle. But usually when you see these two, it's like contradictory, right? If you're a professional, you're not fashionable, you're not lifestyle. If you're lifestyle, you're not professional. How do you guys balance this so well?
I think this is blending. I think what's important for us is the purpose is connecting people with the nature.
Would you ever worry that if it's a sports style, it's more like a lifestyle fashion, would it dilute the brand's professional perception from consumers?
It's a good question. We are still very small as a brand. The product we are selling for sport style are core performance products. So when you speak about this XT Whisper Void, it's kind of 12 years old trail running shoe that we designed at the time. You have the stability, the durability, the grip, and so on. And we are not just inventing a new type of product.
So it's actually a training performance shoe. It's actually, so yeah, that's actually different from what I thought. It's really changed my perception.
This is why when we speak about connecting with the community, we are still investing and connecting the consumer a lot in outdoor and in running, in order to make sure that we continue to feed the pipeline of innovation.
Yeah, that's so amazing. Also, I remember you mentioned a lot about community events. What does community event means to Salomon?
It's a good way to connect with the consumer. I have a few examples in China that resonate a lot. The first one is we have a community event called Mountain Studio in China. When you are in Europe, usually you learn the mountain from your parents. So you go on holiday in the mountain when you are kids, and you know how to behave in the mountain in terms of safety, how you organize your day. There is not this culture of a legacy that parents give to the young Chinese people, but we still need to learn. This is also a good place to listen and to see the trend, to understand what's going to be the next trend in outdoor in China. I have another example is trail running sport. And trail running sport is developing very fast in China right now. And Salomon wants to be one of the main actors of the sport. This is why we decide, for example, to have a project called Lighthouse, where we start to raise some prize money in our race. This money is also to attract more racers, but it's also a good opportunity for young, talented racers.
It's actually really interesting because I was asking people, why would you do trail running? And they told me it's a full new experience into experiencing the mountain. It got me really started to get interested. I still haven't started yet, but I was thinking about maybe I'll join a Salomon event later.
You should. It looks like very difficult, and it is. So it's how much you are connecting with outside, but how much also you challenge yourself in order to achieve.
Yeah. So that's actually my next question. Like, not every Chinese want to climb up the Himalaya. So if you really want to expand this brand vision in China, how are you going to inspire the Chinese consumer to really do that?
I don't think that the ultimate goal of any outdoor enthusiast is climbing Himalaya. We are just launching a new segment we call gravel running. And gravel running is a lot about how you can also play in the city and trying also to find a place where maybe with just having park or just outside of the city, close to the city, you can already start to connect with the nature.
It's really a moment like with nature and inner self, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Which collection is your favorite?
If I have one I really like the most in our collection, this is the XT4. S-Lab collection is a core performance product that we were selling 15 years ago. So we have a lot of different feature, elements, material and so on, and we are able to prototype for the athlete. And S-Lab this is the result of all this hard work.
Oh, so it's like a container of all your memories and history.
Yes.
I want to touch it too.
You have to understand that technology have evolved. The sport is evolving, so the consumer is doing a little bit differently.
Are you actually still involved in the product creation process for the XT6, XT Quest?
Yeah, of course, I'm still involved. I like to empower people which are responsible of that. So I'm not this kind of manager coming in the morning and starting to challenge everything, every decision and so on.
You must have a lot of empathy because you listen a lot.
I don't think it's empathy. I'm much more introvert than extrovert type of person, which is helping because we're in a world where we have tons of information, so we cannot also always learn by ourselves. So sometimes also listening and filtering information or by the other one is very important.
Yeah, I totally understand. I'm an introvert as well. I think introverts have a lot of time to into deep thoughts. So my final question, you have a long history in Salomon. What is your most unforgettable moment?
It's very difficult to have one, but I have few of them. One I have was when I was intern, I met a few times Georges Salomon. And Georges was in the corridor of the company. And few times, he stopped me and said, "But what are you doing?" Of course, he didn't know the young intern coming up for the company. But I remember that he was always very pragmatic.
Mm-hmm. I like how the world changed, but Salomon always stays true to the brand.
We try to.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And I really feel the passion from you, like living and breathing the air of mountain sports lifestyle.
Thank you. Thank you very much.